Welcome to Sunny Anime, a place where you can watch a whole anime without spending hours of your precious time. Do subscribe to our channel and like this video before we get to the storyline. Now, let's start the video. In the mysterious land of Wano, Zoro's group blends in with the locals. Frankie becomes a skilled carpenter named Franasuke, and Usopp takes on the role of a clever merchant called Yustohachi, selling toad oil. Meanwhile, Robin becomes a geisha named Orovi, planning to perform for the enigmatic shogun. As the sun sets, Zoro walks through the busy streets, hiding as a wandering ronin named Zorojuru. But when night falls, chaos erupts as a cloaked person suddenly kills someone with a swift blade. Zoro, always alert, rushes to help, but the authorities arrive and mistake him for the attacker, arresting him. Zoro is furious at this injustice, but remembers Kinmen's warning when they arrived in Wano. Kinmen had warned them about the powerful alliance between Shogun Kurozumi Orochi and Emperor Kaido, emphasizing the serious consequences of provoking either side. Their mission was clear: to stay hidden among the Wano citizens. In another part of Wano, a magistrate talks about the need for a sword to gain strength by drawing human blood. They wrongly accuse Zoro of terrible crimes and sentence him to perform seppuku, a ritual suicide. The next morning, a messenger delivers shocking news. The street murderer has been caught and sentenced to seppuku, and Usopp learns that the condemned person is Zoro. In the magistrate's plaza, Zoro is given the seppuku blade to end his own life. The magistrate is curious about Zoro's sword, Shuzui, once owned by Samurai Ryuma, stolen 23 years ago. Just as Zoro is about to commit seppuku, he senses the smell of blood coming from the corrupt magistrate. Zoro quickly powers up his blade with Busoshoku Haki and takes down the corrupt magistrate. He apologizes to Kinmen and defeats the magistrate's henchmen. Zoro reclaims his three beloved swords and launches a powerful attack, destroying the magistrate's place. Zoro's wanted poster becomes common in the city after this intense encounter. Frankie is surprised, Robin secretly admires Zoro's skills, and Usopp pretends to be concerned about his family because of Zoro's actions, fooling a nearby police officer who reassures him that Zoro will be captured soon. Meanwhile, Zoro hides under a bridge, tending to his wounds and drinking sake. In another part of Wano, Luffy wakes up with a crab pinching his nose. He finds himself on a deserted beach with the Thousand Sunny ship in the background. Confused, Luffy stands before the ship, trying to figure out how he got there. In the nearby forest, he hears a loud commotion as two creatures, a komainu and a huge baboon, are locked in a fierce battle. With a sword in hand, the baboon charges at the komainu, sparking a fierce battle. Unfazed, Luffy observes the showdown while thinking about how he ended up on this mysterious beach. It all began when his crew got caught in a powerful whirlpool. Sanji had to make a tough choice, taking Nami, Carrot, Chopper, and Brook to safety on land, while leaving Luffy alone on the ship. Luffy puffed himself up like a trampoline to help Sanji, but an unexpected stowaway, an octopus, messed up their plan, causing Luffy to fall into dangerous waters. Now, he stands alone on this strange beach in Wano. Deep in the forest near the shore, two tough people ride on fierce sauruses, having kidnapped a young girl named Otama. They ignore her pleas for vengeance for the Kozuki family and plan to sell her to a brothel once they capture someone they've spotted on the nearby beach. In a tense moment, one of the captors takes a shot at the person on the beach, who turns out to be Luffy. The sharp-eyed Straw Hat Pirate captain senses the danger and dodges the first shot. With incredible accuracy, Luffy counters with a powerful punch that knocks out the first captor. The second captor, though wounded, stays conscious and orders the baboon, Komachio, to attack Luffy. Luffy's strong willpower takes center stage as he uses Hashoku Haki to control the baboon, leaving the second captor baffled. Determined to catch Luffy, the second attacker tries a direct assault but gets stopped by Tama, who hits him on the head with a staff. Even though he's hurt, The attacker gets angry and chases after Tama. Luffy steps in and sends the pursuer flying. Seeing an opportunity, Tama makes a quick escape and assures Luffy that she won't be a threat. To distract the baboon, Tama takes out a piece of kibidango from her cheek and offers it to the creature. At first, the baboon growls menacingly, scaring her. But when the kibidango lands in its mouth, it instantly calms down. With this newfound alliance, Tama and Komachio team up with Luffy. Tama tells Luffy they're in Wano's Kuri region and explains how she was chased by bad people after a simple shopping trip. Grateful for Luffy's help, Tama wants to make him a meal as a way to say thanks. Together, they'd hide the Thousand Sunny ship in a secret seaside cave and head into the dense bamboo forest. Tama admires Luffy, praising his strength and kindness. She admits she doesn't like most pirates, but sees Luffy as a different kind, pirates worthy of her respect. Curious about her background, Luffy asks Tama about her village, and she reveals that she lives alone with her master. Tama dreams of becoming a skilled ninja one day. Inside her modest home, Tama carefully prepares a big bowl of rice, knowing Luffy's famous appetite. Luffy eagerly devours the meal and asks for more, only to find out it's all she had. Luffy graciously accepts the limited food and hides his disappointment. Soon after, Tama's own hunger becomes evident as her stomach growls loudly, prompting her to step outside for a quick meal. Unbeknownst to her, the birds in the area take flight, sensing the arrival of a powerful presence. While she's away, a sturdy figure enters her humble home. Luffy, at first, mistakes the person for his friend Usopp because of the familiar nose on the Tengu mask. But their conversation is cut short when the figure gets angry upon seeing the empty rice bowl next to Luffy. Tensions rise, and Tama, unaware of the building conflict, is shown drinking water from a nearby creek. As the confrontation heats up, the man scolds Luffy for eating all the rice. Luffy points out that Tama willingly made the meal for him. The man's stern attitude softens as he pities Tama, who works hard to make a living by selling hats. She saves her earnings to buy rice at the market and chose to share it with Luffy. Looking around at the rundown houses, Luffy notices the poverty in the area. Just then, Tama rushes in, addressing the man as her master and asking for forgiveness. Unfortunately, Tama falls ill due to a hidden ailment, and both her master and Luffy rush to her side. Her master reveals that her illness likely came from drinking polluted river water, which is tainted by the factories controlled by Kaido. She fell ill because of her extreme hunger. He also explains that Tama waits in the forest, hoping for the return of Luffy's brother, Ace. Luffy delivers the heartbreaking news that Ace is no longer alive, which leaves Tama devastated and in disbelief. A heavy silence fills the small house. A man named Hitetsu scolds Luffy for what he sees as a lack of sensitivity. However, Luffy stands firm, repeating that Ace won't return. Hitetsu proceeds to recount the village's tragic history. Their village was devastated by X-Drake and his soldiers about a year ago. While the flower capital prospers, smaller villages like theirs suffer from poverty and hunger, a result of Kaido's weapon factories. Hitetsu also shares details about Ace's time in Wano. About 4 years ago, Ace and a small group of pirates arrived in their village. They faced hardships due to limited resources and food. At first, the villagers tied up Ace and his crew, planning to steal their food. But Ace's devil fruit powers helped him break free. Instead of seeking revenge, Ace chose to go into the forest to find more food for the villagers. During his stay, Tama formed a strong bond with Ace as he selflessly helped the village for several weeks before leaving. Now, Luffy stands on the same ground where his brother left a lasting impact, reflecting on Ace's enduring legacy. The episode ends with a group of swordsmen, led by Basil Hawkins, arriving to investigate an incident involving 2 watchmen. That's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in another video. Till then, bye-bye.